As you and I are speaking, there's another pivot to video renaissance going on in media where Mark Maron, the podcaster, just said, I'm out. I'm burnt out, but also everyone's pivoting to video and I don't want to do it. But if I think on it, Stern and his group who thought of this, again, perhaps pioneers here, I've digressed a little bit, but maybe it's germane. What was his initial impact on satellite radio? And further to what I was just saying, do you think Howard Stern and his show is some sort of patient zero for how we're consuming culture generally today?
Yeah, that's, I think both are a huge part of the story. And on the level of Stern's influence on subscription satellite radio, what was so big there was the fact that, and I haven't talked much about this today yet, but you were doing some Eminem lyrics before we started recording as well today. And Stern and Eminem are related in the story because satellite radio, you get your license kind of from the ITU, the International Telecommunications Unit. It's not licensed in the same way as American commercial radio was. So you could swear, you could say whatever you wanted to. That controversy was welcomed. And that's a huge reason why people subscribed. So Stern brought that massive audience of listeners already. It increased subscriber numbers for Sirius to the point where it took over XM before the merger. His contract was massive, like $100 million a year. It kind of predated that idea of paying somebody so much for their podcast or their show. But Eminem was somebody who had a music channel early on too, and a lot of hip hop started to really flourish on Sirius XM because you could have lyrics without having to censor them. And that was a genre that wasn't really present and still really isn't present on commercial radio all that much now, aside from a few hits on Top 40.